Shalom, Israel. Shabbat Shalom. Welcome to True Nation Israelite Congregation. Welcome to the keeping the Most High Sabbath day and being in compliance and obedience to His law, statutes, and covenant. I am Izar Allah, and to my left is
Aman Allah.
And today's lesson is Swing Low, Sweet Chariot. Who know what a chariot is? Huh? It's an angel? It's just an angel? Chariot is a ship. And we're going to find out in the scriptures. Because our forefathers and our foremothers, we came over here on slavery. They sung a song. Swing low, sweet chariot. Swing low, sweet chariot. They was asking, and they also sing Kumbaya, which they was asking the Most High to send his chariots. So somebody knew something, right? Because today, America, they call the chariots what? UFOs, unidentified flying objects, right? But we know according to the scriptures that these chariots are angels, have angels in them, and they're instruments of the Most High. Because they're going to deliver his people out of captivity. As I'm going to show y'all too, where the chariots were there when the children of Israel got delivered out of Egypt. And they're going to be here the same time, the way when we go out, they're going to be here too. But there's a lot of commotion right now because the U.S. government finally coming out and saying that there's UFOs, extraterrestrial and things of that nature. So I'm gonna give y'all whatchamacallit right quick, because it's a documentary that they made. It's called Flying Objects, a State Secret. That's your homework. Make sure y'all watch that. It's on Amazon Prime Video, and it gives you a lot of stuff, and it shows the chariots and how real they are. And they Flying Objects, a State Secret. That's a documentary. And they show you how long they've been watching the chariots. But they continue to try to hide it. But they can't hide it no more because it's all through the world that people are coming out and showing videos like, hey, man, them is chariots. Them is chariots. And they not hiding it. Canada not hiding it. China not hiding it. Mexico not hiding it. All the countries are like taking videos and saying, man, these are UFOs or what's that? But only America try to hide things. But we're going to show you it's the reason why they hide it. Because if you knew you had somebody to fight for you, would you call on that power? Yeah. The same way they hid who the children of Israel are, they hide the power that they have. Because we be saying we ain't got no army, this and this and that. Man, we got the greatest army in the world, and our forefathers used them. And now you know, that's why our forefathers also sung that song, Swing Low, Sweet Chariot. We need to be singing that song again, though, right? Because they tearing us up out here in this wicked world, right? But when we become righteous and we understand who we are and the power that we got and that we possess as a nation of people, man, you'll sing that song. So let's get this. Let's get the scripture first, because our forefathers knew it. Let's go to Psalm 68 and 17. Swing low, sweet chariot.
The book of Psalms chapter 68 and verse 17. The chariots of God are 20,000.
So the chariots of the Most High are 20,000. But go ahead, because that's just a small number, right? Go ahead.
Even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them.
See, he said thousands of angels. Who else knew about thousands of angels according to the scriptures? But go ahead, finish reading that.
As in Sinai, in the holy place.
So the Most High always had his chariots there, and I'm going to show y'all that too. But I'm going to show y'all a video clip because it's thousands of angels that's being revealed right now in these chariots. And the world is saying, oh, them is UFOs. Even America now is starting to call them unidentified. What they call that? Hold up. Let me get it so I won't butcher it. They calling them unidentified. Oh, here we go. It's called an unidentified aerial phenomena. That's what they calling it. So they changing it up. They not saying it's unidentified object, flying object no more. They saying it's an unidentified aerial phenomena. But let's get this on let's go to the PowerPoint right quick. Push play. Why they pause? Look at all them chariots. Y'all see that? It's going to swarm of UFOs in benign area, Argentina. This is in 2020. But this is amateur video, what they would call it. I just looped the clip so everybody can keep seeing it. This is happening all throughout the world. People are seeing these objects, these chariots that the Most High had. If you looked up in the sky and saw that, would you be scared? You would tremble a little bit, right? Because you don't know what it is. America been trembling for a long time because they don't know what it is. So let's go here. We're going to show you. Let's go to Exodus 13. Because I'm going to show you that the children of Israel were led out by chariots. Go ahead.
13 and what?
13, I'm on 18 through 22.
Exodus chapter 13 and verse 18. But God led the people about through the way of the wilderness of the Red Sea.
So this is when the children of Israel came out of Egypt. Go ahead.
And the children of Israel went up, harnessed out of the land of Egypt. And Moses took the bones of Joseph with him. And he had straitly sworn the children of Israel, saying, God will surely visit you, and ye shall carry up my bones away hence with you.
Mm-hmm.
And they took their journey from Succoth and encamped in Etham in the edge of the wilderness. And the Lord went before them by day in a pillar of cloud.
He said in a pillar of cloud. I'm going to show you that the Most High called the angels clouds as well. But go ahead.
To lead them by the way, and by night in a pillar of fire to give them light to go by day and night.
Didn't that look like fire? Y'all seeing the objects in the sky? It was lit up, right? So with that, let's go here right quick. Let's go to Psalms 104 and verse 3. And then I'm going to show y'all another image, a real life image of the clouds looking like chariots. Go ahead.
Psalms 104 and verse 3. Who layeth the beams of his chambers in the waters? Mm-hmm. Who maketh the clouds his chariot?
So the Most High made the clouds his chariot. Let's go to the PowerPoint right quick, huh? Y'all see that? That was in Japan or China somewhere. Y'all heard the language they were speaking, right? It wasn't English, but I'm gonna skip down right here right quick. Haran, come here right quick. But y'all see this, right? Now check this out. Y'all see that? What them clouds look like? Them clouds look like chariots, don't they? Look how big they are. Is that a normal form cloud? Or does that cloud look like a shape of something? Yeah, like them clouds, them chariots. You know, they cloak themselves. Now look at this one. Look at those clouds. This is all throughout the world in different states, different countries, where the clouds are forming these shapes of ships. So let's go here. Let's go to Matthew 26 and 52. Let's see who else knew about these angels as well. Yep, Matthew 26 and verse 52.
Matthew 26 and 52. Then said Yahushua unto them, put up again thy sword into its place.
So this is when Yahushua was to be sacrificed for the children of Israel, and he was to be captured. He told Peter, put up his sword, because Peter had just pulled out his sword and sliced off one of the Romans' ears, right? But go ahead.
For all they that take the sword shall perish with the sword.
So he said those that take the sword going to perish. It wasn't Peter's time to go. So he told him, put that up. But go ahead, finish reading.
Thinkest thou that I cannot now pray to my Father, and he shall send presently give me more than 12 legions of angels?
So he said more than 12 legions of angels. Where was they going to come from? Because the children of Israel were in captivity at this point. So where was these 12 legions of angels going to come from? Because also one legion, that's 3,000 to 6,000 men or whatever that's coming, right? So he said 12 of those. What did we just see in the sky? So let's do the math on. He said 12 legions of angels, right? I'm gonna do 6,000 times 12. That's 72,000 angels that was gonna come as soon as Christ prayed, right? So read that again.
Thinkest thou that I cannot now pray to my Father? He shall presently give me more than 12 legions of angels.
Man, that's a lot of angels coming. But y'all see our forefathers, they knew the power of the Most High, right? Even Christ knew it, but he knew it wasn't his time to call on the angels. But we're going to go into the scriptures later, and you're going to find out when them angels is coming, right? And it seemed like that time is getting nearer and nearer, right? Because they coming, y'all seeing them frequently. I seen one the other day. I pulled out my phone and wasn't able to get it fast enough because it just went from one cloud to the next. And it was super bright. And I'm going to show y'all, too, in 2017. My wife was on her way to Colorado, and she got a video of the angels, the chariots. But I was only able to get that still shot up out of it. So I'm going to show y'all that. So with that, let's go to the next scripture, because our forefathers also, Elijah, he dealt with these angels as well. So let's go to 2 Kings. 2 Kings chapter 2. And we can start at verse 1. Because y'all know America, they saying we don't know what they are. But if we just read this Bible, we'll know what they are, where the chariots is coming from, and what they're here to do. So go ahead and read that out.
2 Kings chapter 2 and verse 1. And it came to pass when the Lord would take up Elijah into heaven by a whirlwind.
So how was Elijah going to be taken up by a whirlwind? We're going to find out. Because we know a whirlwind night today to be what? A tornado, right? A big old gust of wind. But we're going to show you, according to the scripture, that these whirlwinds were actually chariots that was carrying Elijah away, right? But go ahead, finish reading.
A whirlwind that Elijah went up with Elisha from Gilgal. Mm-hmm. And Elijah said unto Elisha, tarry here, I pray thee, for the Lord has sent me to Bethel.
So Elijah was the teacher of Elisha, and he told him to wait. But go ahead, we're going to see what happened.
For the Lord has sent me to Bethel. And Elisha said unto him, as the Lord liveth, and as my soul liveth, I will not leave thee. So they went down to Bethel.
So Elisha was like, man, I'm not leaving you. I see the power on you. You're my teacher. Wherever you go, I'm going to go. Go ahead.
And the sons of the prophets that were at Bethel came forth to Elisha and said unto him, knowest thou that the Lord will take away thy master from thy head today?
So he was letting them know, like, the Most High going to take me away. This is how close Elijah was to the Most High. He knew his time was coming to leave, but he wasn't going to die. He was, I'm finna go up to be with the Most High. Go ahead.
And he said, yea, I know it. Hold ye your peace.
So if I came and told y'all, hey, man, the Lord going to take me, what would y'all think? Because we haven't been taught the truth, we'd be like, man, that dude finna die. Or he finna go kill himself. He crazy, right? But Elisha was like, I know it. But go ahead, finish reading.
And Elijah said unto him, Elisha, tarry here, I pray thee, for the Lord has sent me to Jericho. And he said, as the Lord liveth, and as thy soul liveth, I will not leave thee.
Elijah was like, man, I'm not leaving you at all. But go ahead.
So they came to Jericho.
Mm-hmm. See where else they went.
And the sons of the prophets that were at Jericho came to Elisha and said unto him, Knowest thou that the Lord will take away thy master from thee, thy head today?
So the other prophets, they knew this too. They was like, Elisha, man, he gonna get taken away, man. So stay here. But let's see what he was persistent. He was like, man, I'm not going nowhere. Wherever this dude go, I'm going. Go ahead.
And he answered, Yea, I know it. Hold your peace.
It's like, man, I know it, but hold your peace. Just hold up. I don't want to hear that right now. Because y'all telling me this man is going to be taken away. This is my teacher. This is the person I've been rolling with for a long time. But go ahead.
And Elijah said unto him, Tarry, I pray thee, here, for the Lord has sent me to Jordan. And he said, As the Lord liveth, and as thy soul liveth, I will not leave thee.
How many of y'all got a faithful friend like that? Like, man, I'm not going nowhere. I got to see you when you leave. Right? Go ahead.
And they too went on.
Keep going. Huh?
And 50 men of the sons of the prophets went and stood to view afar off, and they too stood by Jordan.
So these 50 men knew that he was going to get taken up. But Elisha, he didn't know how he was going to get taken up. So they was like, we're going to stand over here. Because they knew that whirlwind was coming, but keep going.
And Elijah took his mantle and wrapped it together, and smote the waters, and they were divided hither and thither, so that they too went over on dry ground.
So you see, Elijah, he had the same power as Moses. Remember, Moses parted the Red Sea. Here, he take his mantle off, and he hit the water, and it spreads. So they knew what kind of power he had, and this is also a manifestation of the power of the Most High and his relationship with the Most High, because he knew the Most High was finna come take him up. But go ahead.
Verse 9, and it came to pass when they were gone over that Elijah said unto Elisha, Ask what I should do for thee before I be taken away from thee.
Mm-hmm. So
And
he's letting them know again, man, ask what you want, what you need, because I'm finna be taken away. Because he didn't want to leave him, right? Well, go ahead.
And Elisha said, I pray thee, let a double portion of thy spirit be upon me.
He was like, man, whatever spirit the Most High gave you, I want that. I just seen you part the water. Man, you burned some dudes up, right? Well, I'm going to talk about that a little later, but he called down fire on some Jakes. Well, not Jakes, but some enemies of Israel. But go ahead.
And he said, Thou hast asked a hard thing. Nevertheless, if thou see me when I am taken from thee, it shall be so unto thee. But if not, it shall not be so.
Mm-hmm. He was like, man, if whatever you ask for, when I'm here and you see me being taken up, the Most High gonna grant you that. But go ahead, let's get it on.
And it came to pass, as they still went on and talked, that, behold, there appeared a chariot of fire.
It said a chariot of fire. Y'all seen them chariots, right? It was bright in the sky, right? Wouldn't you say that's a chariot of fire? Because a regular horse that runs on the ground, they don't have no fire under his feet, right? It just run fast and it kick up dust. So why would he say it was a chariot of fire? Because he seen them bright lights coming from the sky, and it was lit up. But go ahead.
And horses of fire, and parted them both asunder. And Elijah went up by a whirlwind into heaven.
He said, and horses of fire. Horses, the horse is used the same way it was then, and it's used now as a vehicle of power. Don't they call cars? Don't they say cars have horsepower? Mustang horsepower, Camaro got horsepower, right? When you go to buy your car, a little 2.6 4-cylinder, oh, it's got this much horsepower, right? So that's all he was referring to when it said horses of power. But they weren't horses. These were actually machines that the Most High used to carry up Elijah. But go ahead.
And Elisha saw it, and he cried, my father, the chariot of Israel, and the horsemen thereof. Mm-hmm. And he saw him no more.
So let's see who those horsemen were. Because, man, it's a beautiful thing. Let's go to Ezekiel. Ezekiel chapter 1. You can start at verse 1.
Ezekiel chapter 1 and verse 1. Now it came to pass in the 13th year, in the 4th month, in the 5th day of the month, as I was among the captives by the river of Chebar, that the heavens were opened, and I saw visions of God.
Mm-hmm. And visions of the Most High, he saw it. Go ahead.
In the 5th day of the month, which was the 5th year of the king Jehoiachin's captivity, the word of the Lord came expressly unto Ezekiel the priest, the son of Buzi, in the land of the Chaldeans, by the river Chebar. And the hand of the Lord was there upon him. And I looked, and behold, a whirlwind came out of the north.
Wait, hold up. Another whirlwind. It wasn't a tornado. This was another chariot, right? But go ahead.
A great cloud and a fire enfolding
Wait,
itself.
hold up. Didn't we see some clouds that look like chariots? Which I showed y'all the images of? It said a great what?
A great cloud and a fire enfolding itself.
Have y'all ever seen a cloud like that? We did see a bright orange cloud in here, right? But go ahead.
And a brightness was about it.
Go ahead.
And out of the midst thereof, as the color of amber, out of the midst of the fire.
Which we're going to get here further on down. It's going to show you how bright these angels and these chariots were. But go ahead.
Also out of the midst thereof came the likeness of 4 living creatures.
So now these are the angels. It was carrying somebody, right? Go ahead.
4 living creatures, and this was their appearance. They had the likeness of a man, and every one had 4 faces, and every one had 4 wings. And their feet were straight feet, and the sole of their feet was like the sole of a calf's foot, and they sparkled like the color of burnished brass.
So these were dark-colored angels, right? Burnished brass. They were brown, right? But go ahead.
And they had the hands of a man under their wings on their 4 sides, and they 4 had their faces and their wings. Their wings were joined one to another. They turned not when they went every one straight forward. As for the likeness of their faces, they 4 had the face of a man and the face of a lion. And on the right side, they had 4 had the face of an ox. On the left side, they 4 also had the face of an eagle.
So this is just describing the angels that were inside of these chariots. Go ahead, because it's going to get into what the chariots look like as well.
Thus were their faces, and their wings were stretched upward. 2 wings of every one were joined one to another, and 2 covered their bodies. And when they went, every one straight forward, whether the spirit was to go, they went, and they turned not when they went. As for their likeness of the living creatures, their appearance was like burning coals of fire, and like the appearance of lamps. It went up and down among the living creatures, and the fire was bright, and out of the fire went forth lightning.
Go ahead.
And the living creatures ran and returned as the appearance of a flash of lightning. Now as I beheld the living creatures, behold, one wheel upon the earth by the living creatures.
Wait, now it's a wheel. What did we see? The first image I showed y'all was somebody took a video of all these chariots in the sky. Didn't they look like small circles? They were so high up. And then when I showed y'all the clouds, didn't they look like circles, small and big? So it was letting you know that these creatures were riding inside of the chariots. But go ahead.
Now as I behold the living creatures, behold, one wheel upon the earth by the living creatures with his 4 faces. The appearance of the wheels and their work was like unto the color of beryl. And they 4 had one likeness, and their appearance and their work was as it were a wheel in the middle of a wheel.
Didn't we see that? With the clouds. Go back to the PowerPoint right quick. Let me pull up this one. Look at that one. The bright orange one. Y'all see that? And look at this big one over here where where you see the white cars at. See how big that is? And now look at the one that's over the water with the rock right there. All them circles. And you see the big one over the mountains. But that's how they look. I'm going to get y'all another image.
Yeah.
And look at this one.
Covered.
Yeah, they covered up. Hovering. But go ahead. Finish reading.
Verse 17. When they went upon their 4 sides, and they turned not when they went. As for the rings, they were so high that they were dreadful, and their rings were full of eyes round about them four. And when the living creatures went, the wheels went by them. And when the living creatures were lifted up from the earth, the wheels were lifted up. Whithersoever the spirit was to go, they went. Thither was their spirit to go, and the wheels were lifted up over against them. For the spirit of the living creature was in the wheels.
So the angels were inside of the chariots, which were the wheels. Go ahead.
When those went, these went, and when those stood, these stood. And when those were lifted up from the earth, the wheels were lifted up over against them.
So the same way Elijah was lifted up, somebody had to be in there controlling them, right? Telling them where to go, right? But go ahead.
For the spirit of the living creature was in the wheels. And the likeness of the firmament upon the heads of the living creature was as the color of the terrible crystal, stretched forth over their heads above.
So I'm going to show y'all that these angels are real bright in color. The chariots are real bright in color. So let's go to the PowerPoint right quick. I want to show y'all something. Where's that image at? Right here. Y'all see this picture right here? This was taken on a flight to Colorado in 2017. My wife took this. It was a video, but I screenshotted it so y'all can see the three chariots. See how bright they are? Wouldn't y'all be terrified, y'all in the sky, and y'all see that? Yeah, she was tripping out like, whoa. But she knew, she prayed, and then you could tell this is outside of the wing. If this was fake, the three bright images will be inside of the wing. Like, did you know when you take a picture and the reflection is off the window or something? So this is how you know that's real. Them is three chariots that accompany my, Yeah. Yep. But those is three chariots that accompanied my wife to Colorado when she went. But you could put it back on us side. But you see the chariots are bright. And that was in the daytime when she took that picture. But go ahead.
Verse 22, and the likeness of the firmament upon their heads of the living creatures was as the color of the terrible crystal.
But y'all seen how bright that is? When the light hit that crystal, any crystal, it shines, right? Y'all seen how the light hits a real diamond? Don't it get that complinkle, that shine? Y'all love it? Yeah, but go ahead.
Stretched forth over their heads above. And under the firmament were their wings straight, the one toward the other. Every one had two, which covered on this side, and every one had two, which covered on that side, their bodies.
Yeah, so as y'all can see, these chariots are real bright. They big. They come in all shapes and sizes. But let's get here. I want to show another point. Let's go back to 2 Kings. Let's see. Yeah, 12. 2 Kings chapter 2 and verse 12.
2 Kings chapter 2 and 12. And Elisha saw it, and he cried, my father, the chariot of Israel, and the horsemen thereof. And he saw him no more.
So he saw Elijah no more. He was gone. But I want to get another point right quick, because Elisha, he also knew the power that the Most High put inside these angels and these chariots. So with that, let's go to 2 Kings chapter 2 and verse 6. I want 1 through 17.
2 Kings 2 and 6.
2 Kings chapter 6, verse 1 through 7. That's what my bad.
2 Kings chapter 6, verse 1. And the sons of the prophets said unto Elisha, behold now, the place where we dwell with thee is too strait for us. Let us go, we pray thee, unto Jordan, and take thence every man a beam.
So I went here to show y'all that Elisha knew the power of the Most High, but his servant here, he didn't know the power of the Most High. So Elisha, he prayed that the Most High would reveal his chariots to one of his servants, right? But go ahead.
And let us make us a place there where we may dwell. And he answered, go ye.
Go ahead.
And he said, be content. I pray thee, and go with thy servants. And he answered, I will go. So he went with them, and when they came to Jordan, they cut down the wood. But as one was felling a beam, the axe head fell into the water. And he cried and said, Alas, master, for it was borrowed. And the man of God said, Where fell it? And he showed him the place. And he cut down a stick and cast it in thither, and the iron did swim.
So here you have Elisha, he using his power in righteousness to redeem somebody's axe because they were in the water cutting wood. But his axe fell down into the water. But go ahead.
Therefore said he, Take it up to thee. And he put out his hand, and he took it. And the king of Syria warred against Israel and took counsel with his servants, saying, In such and such a place shall be my camp.
So here you have the king of Syria. He wanted to take their things away. He said, this is going to be my camp. I don't care what y'all doing. This is going to be mine. But this is also going to show you why Elisha had to pray and that the Most High showed the angels to his servant. But go ahead.
And the man of God sent unto the king of Israel, saying, Beware that thou pass not such a place, for thither the Syrians are come down.
He like, man, don't pass by there. The Syrians is coming. So some people, they got scared at this point. Because what you going to do against an army and you are already not in a good space? That's like us now. We here, we in captivity, and we don't have all the weapons, all the guns, all the firepower that we need, right? And they got the crooked system set up. And we like, man, don't go that way. They over there, right? Esau is over there. Don't go over there, right? But let's see what he said. Go ahead.
Verse 10, And the king of Israel sent to the place which the man of God told him and warned him of, and saved himself there, not once nor twice.
He said, don't go there, man. Stay. Not just once, but twice he had to warn his people, like, don't go over there. That's somebody that's in fear right now, right? But let's see why Elisha didn't have that fear on him. But go ahead.
Verse 11, Therefore the heart of the king of Syria was sore troubled for this thing. And he called his servants and said unto them, Will ye not show me which of us is for the king of Israel?
Mm-hmm.
So one of his servants said, None, my lord, O king.
Because his servant like, man, who y'all for? Y'all for me or y'all for Israel? Ain't no need to be afraid of them. We're going to take what we want to take. But go ahead.
But Elisha, the prophet that is in Israel, telleth the king of Israel the words that thou speakest in thy bedchamber.
So Elisha, at this point, he like, man, I'm going to tell you what the Most High said do. But go ahead.
And he said, Go and spy where he is, that I may send and fetch him. And it was told him, saying, Behold, he is in Dothan.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore sent he thither horses and chariots and a great host, and they came by night and compassed the city about.
So here you have the Assyrians trying to scare the children of Israel at this point. But go ahead.
And when the servant of the man of God was risen early and gone forth, behold, an host compassed the city, both with horses and chariots. And his servant said unto him, Alas, my master, how shall we do?
Now his servant like, man, what we going to do? The Assyrians is sending their chariots, their horses, they men of war against us. So what we going to do, y'all? That's like us now. Man, what we going to do with Esau? They got their guns out, they ready for battle, and we can't do nothing. So he like, man, what we going to do? Like, for real, Israel, what we going to do? We going to pray to the Most High? We going to be scared and fearful or what? But let's see. Let's see how Elisha said. Let's see what he said.
Verse 16, And he answered, Fear not, for they that be with us are more than they be with them.
So he knew somebody was around. He knew some chariots was around. Let's see. But go ahead.
And Elijah prayed and said, Lord, I pray thee, open his eyes that he may see. And the Lord opened the eyes of the young man, and he saw, and behold, the mountain was full of horses and chariots of fire.
Wait, hold up. It was full of what?
Full of horses and chariots of fire.
So it was full of horses and chariots of fire. What are the chariots of fire, y'all? The angels, right? The battle axe of the Most High. So read that one more time.
And he opened the eyes of the young man, and he saw, and behold, the mountain was full of horses and chariots of fire round about Elisha.
So this is a message for us, right? Because why these chariots coming around? We got the scripts now. The Most High said he going to reveal everything to us. And he revealing it to us. This is our power right here. That's why I said we need to start singing that song. Swing low, sweet chariot. Swing low. Because when they come low, who they going to kill? The enemies of the children of Israel. Right? So let's get a scripture right quick. Let's get Isaiah 66 and 15. Because that's the only reason these chariots is coming around right now. Because somebody's starting to keep these commandments. Somebody's starting to keep these laws. And the Most High sending his power because they're going to fight for somebody, which they ain't going to fight for the whole world. And I'm going to show y'all that. But go ahead and read that, Doc.
Isaiah 66 and 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire.
Who going to come?
The Lord.
The Most High going to come with fire. These chariots, right? Go ahead.
And with his chariots like a whirlwind.
Oh, there go that whirlwind again. Y'all ever been in a helicopter? Helicopter land, all that air, if you don't crouch down, you're going to fall, right? Y'all ever seen a big airplane land and all that air come by you? Or y'all seen a big airplane take off? If you standing behind that exhaust, the motors will push you down. Man, them chariots coming like a whirlwind. And y'all seen how big them clouds are, right? Some are big, some are small. But those are weapons of war for the Most High. They're going to protect the children of Israel. Go ahead.
To render his anger with fury.
Render his anger with fury. Which I'm going to show y'all later on down the line. The Most High is going to come. He going to fight the enemies of Israel. Everybody always talking about, man, everybody going to get saved. No, everybody ain't going to get saved. It's going to be war first. Y'all know they be talking about Armageddon, right? What's the movies they made? Independence Day. Who was they fighting against? Aliens. And they've been knowing that for years. That's why I gave y'all that documentary to go watch. They've been had Alien Watch set up for years, long time, ain't been telling us. But now they coming out and telling us. But the Most High is coming out and telling us too, so we don't be fooled, thinking we gonna go fight against the UFOs. When these are chariots and angels of the Most High. Read that again.
Verse 15, for behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire.
His rebuke with flames of fire. That's going to happen in the future again. That's how the Most High is coming, y'all. So let's go back to 2 Kings right quick. Did you read it?
We read 2:7.
All right. So with that, let's go here. Let's go here right quick. Since we seen that, let's go to Zechariah. Let me see something. Let's go here. Let's go actually to Zechariah 14. Actually, Zechariah 14 and 1. Read that.
Zechariah 14 and 1. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh, and thy spoils shall be divided in the midst of thee.
So he's saying the spoils is going to be divided in the midst of who?
In the midst
everybody.
of us. Yep.
We're going to see how those spoils are going to get divided, right? We just showed you that the Most High, his angels are coming with vengeance and anger and with fire to do what? Go ahead.
For I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle.
So here's going to be that Armageddon everybody be talking about, that great fight. But let's see who's going to be inside of that fight. It ain't going to be just the children of Israel fighting by themselves, right? But go ahead.
And the city shall be taken, and the houses rifled, and the women ravished, and half of the city shall go forth into captivity. Mm-hmm. And the residue of the people shall not be cut off from the city. Mm-hmm. Then shall the Lord go forth and fight against those nations as when he fought in the day of battle.
So here you have it. The Most High going to go and fight against the nations that fought against the children of Israel. How is everybody going to get saved? Everybody not going to be saved. Because everybody that took the children of Israel into captivity and took them down, killed them, raped them, robbed them, murdered them, the Most High going to fight with them. Right? But go ahead.
Verse 4, and his feet shall stand in that day upon the Mount of Olives, which is before Jerusalem on the east. And the Mount of Olives shall cleave in the midst thereof towards the east and towards the west, and there shall be a very great valley. and half of the mountains shall remove towards the north, and half of it towards the south.
Keep going.
And ye shall flee to the valley of the mountains, for the valley of the mountains shall reach unto Azal. Yea, ye shall flee, like as ye fled from before the earthquake in the days of Uzziah, king of Judah.
That's during the time of Pangea, but go ahead.
And the Lord my God shall come, and all the saints with thee.
So you see who coming with the Most High? The saints, and everybody with them. Go ahead.
And it shall come to pass in that day that the light shall not be clear nor dark, but it shall be one day which shall be known to the Lord, not day nor night, but it shall come to pass that at evening time it shall be light.
Keep going.
And it shall be in that day that living waters shall go out from Jerusalem, half of them towards the former sea, and half of them towards the hinder sea. In summer and in winter shall it be. And the Lord shall be king over all the earth.
So this is after the battle. The children of Israel going to come out. And the Lord going to be king over all the earth, right? But go ahead.
In that day shall there be one Lord, and his name one.
So after the big battle, the fight, the war, everybody going to want to serve the Most High. Because what happens when the bully's in the school and he beating up the biggest person, he beating up all the little people? Don't everybody follow him? Like, man, I need protection. I need to be around him. I need to be his friend. Because he bullying everybody and can't nobody protect me. At this time, the Most High, he going to, man, wipe out all the nations, right? But go ahead.
And all the land shall be turned as a plain from Geba to Rimmon, south of Jerusalem. And it shall be lifted up and inhabited in her place, from Benjamin's gate unto the place of the first gate, unto the corner gate, and from the tower of Hananiel's unto the king's winepress.
Go ahead.
And men shall dwell in it, and there shall be no more utter destruction.
So let's see what happens in verse 12, because this is the fight. They just explained you what's going to happen after the fight, but now let's go to see what's going to happen during the fight. Who's coming, right? Go ahead.
But Jerusalem shall be safely inhabited.
Jerusalem going to be safely inhabited at this point, but go ahead.
Verse 12, and this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem.
So we're going to see what that plague is, but keep going, read.
Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet.
So how is somebody's flesh going to consume away while they just standing there? A missile? You sure? Y'all giving Esau too much credit, huh? Fire? But who bringing that fire? The Most High going to bring it. We're going to show you how he going to bring it, but go ahead.
And their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth.
That's like, whew. That's them angels. And I'm going to show y'all that. Let's go to chapter 5 right quick.
Yeah, if you guys ever seen like those energy rays like Cyclops does in X-Men, it's kind of like that.
Yep. Where you think they get all the movies and stuff from, huh? Yep. They get it right here out of the scriptures. Zechariah chapter 5, bro. We're going to show you who's going to bring that fire, that anger. Right? Go ahead.
5 and what?
Chapter 1.
Zechariah 5 and verse 1. When I turned and lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll.
Wait, hold up. There go that flying roll again. Let's get the PowerPoint right quick, huh? There go that flying roll again. Because this one that I filmed right here, I'm going to show y'all this one. Me and my wife filmed this one around the corner from my house. Yep. This was a couple years ago. It break apart.
They just broke apart into two right now.
Hurry up, man.
Do NASA have this technology to have something
now it's
go
three of them.
that slow and then break apart and then go up? Because they'll tell you they did it. Huh?
It's 5 of them, 4 of them now.
Yeah, but if you go start looking up UFO images and all that stuff, they telling you that this is extraterrestrial and stuff. They didn't have nothing to do with it. But this is something I personally filmed. But you're gonna hear an army
It's
vet.
4 of them now.
That's when it broke apart. So the Most High, he always giving us signs, showing us glimpses of what's happening, what's going on.
Khan. And if I could even briefly mention too, he mentioned Azar mentioned a film. What was the name of the film? The UFO film you said on Amazon?
It's three of them right now.
Here, let me get it for you.
Okay. Well, he's going to tell you that film, but there's also two. They have there's FBI declassified documents, and the FBI along with the CIA is generally
All right.
in America and even worldwide. That's a trusted source for just
I don't know.
confidential.
Look.
Yeah, for confidential information. So there's a declassified document. It's called Memorandum. It's called Memorandum, I think, like 5256. But you can, you can actually Google that, and it's just a single page document file from the 1940s. So even way back then, before, the 70s.
That's when it first started. But when you look at the documentary, it's called Flying Objects, a State Secret. A lot of what he's talking about is in that documentary.
Yeah.
But that's when it first took off, before it even broke apart. But yeah, you can put it back on the other side. Go ahead, finish reading. Zechariah chapter 5.
5 in verse 3. Then he said unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. For every one that stilleth shall be cut off, as on this side according to it. And every one that sweareth.
Go back to verse 2, right?
Verse 2. And he said unto me, what seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll.
So he said, I see a flying roll. That's another chariot. He was like, man, I see it. Go ahead.
And the length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits.
Mm-hmm.
Then
so that's big.
Yeah.
That's a big ship. But go ahead.
Then he said unto me, this is the curse that go forth over the face of the whole earth.
Wait, hold up. Didn't it say in chapter 14 and verse 12 that this is the curse that go over the whole earth? That's going to consume it. It said, their flesh shall be consumed away while they stand in their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. But this is the curse that's going over the whole face of the earth. Y'all see these chariots coming? I keep telling y'all, they scoping out what they going to hit first, who they going to kill, right? But go ahead.
The whole earth, for every one that stilleth shall be cut off, as on this side according to it.
Who stole everything? It's a whole race of people that ain't gave back nothing of what they stole. We still in captivity, right? They ain't gave our land back. They ain't gave our money back. They ain't gave our gold back. They haven't recompensed us for the death of our forefathers. The stealing of our land, they haven't paid that back. They still running the country, running the world wickedly, right? So them thieves, they going to get put to death. And the Most High going to fight against all the enemies of the children of Israel. But these are the chariots that's going to do this. So man, y'all better start singing. Swing low, sweet chariot, swing low. They sweet to us, you know why? Because they coming to protect us. But for the enemy, they going to catch hell, as you can see. But go ahead.
And everyone that sweareth shall be cut off, as on that side according to it.
So they all going to be cut off according to the anger of the Most High, which we read in Isaiah 66 and 15, right? Is that all of that?
Yeah.
That was all the way to verse 4?
To verse 3.
I read verse 4, right?
I will bring it forth, says the Lord of hosts.
So the Most High going to bring it forth. That's why the angels is coming. They just scoping things out, seeing what's going on, giving you a warning sign. Get ready. Right? But go ahead.
And it shall enter into the house of the thief.
So it's going to enter into the house of the thief. Right?
And into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name.
Who swear falsely by the name of the Most High? Esau been saying that they children of Israel for a long time, right? They showing us pictures of Esau Caesar Borgia talking about they the children of Israel, right? But the Most High's chariots is going to enter their house. Because for one, they thieves and they swearing falsely by the name of the Most High, deceiving the whole world. So now y'all see the power of the chariots and why they coming, why they here. They got a job to do. They got to protect the children of Israel. And they're going to deliver us out of here. Right? So with that, let's go here right quick. Let's 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 10 and 12. Because we're going to see how that day going to come as a what?
2 Peter chapter 3, verse 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night.
So the day of the Lord coming like a thief in the night. But guess who's going to bring the pain? These chariots. Go ahead.
In the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth.
Hey, didn't it say that's going to happen in Zechariah chapter 5? And in chapter 14? Now you got it all the way in Peter. So Peter and them even knew. Because guess who else knew? Christ. He said, man, don't you know that my Father can send 12 legions of angels? The chariots is coming, y'all. But that's what they here for. Because you got the news people saying we don't know what they're here for. But I'm going to show y'all something. Go ahead.
The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up.
He said everything going to be burned up. So what side you going to be on? Y'all going to be on the side of the Most High? Because you know the scripture says all the sinners of my people are going to die too, right? So we got to choose this day where we going to be at. We going to be for the Most High and with the Most High, or we going to be with the wicked? I say we choose the Most High side. He already gave us the insight. He showed us the end. We know what's coming, right? So we got to get right. But let's go here right quick. Let's go to Second Kings chapter 1, verse 10 and 2. Let me get there right quick. Wait, hold up. Don't read yet.
2 Kings 1.
2 Kings chapter 1, verse 10 and 12.
2 Kings chapter 10 and verse 10.
Chapter 1.
Chapter
verse
1
10.
and verse 10. And Elijah answered and said to the captain of 50, if I be a man of God, then let fire come down from heaven.
So Elijah, he prayed. This is Elijah before he left. Because he had enemies and he had to deal with them. This is how Elisha seen the power of the Most High. Which I'm going to show y'all. We still got this same power to call on the Most High today. And his angels going to come. If y'all don't believe me, I'm going to show y'all according to scriptures. A brother did it. But go ahead.
And consume thee in thy 50. And there came down fire from heaven and consumed him and his 50.
Yep, go ahead.
Again, also he sent unto him another captain of 50 with his 50. And he answered and said unto him, O man of God, thus hath the king said, come down quickly. And Elijah answered and said unto them, if I be a man of God, let fire come down from heaven and consume thee and thy 50.
So this was the when you go back into chapter 6. And they said unto him, there came a man unto meet us and said unto us, go turn again unto the king that sent ye, and say unto him, thus saith the Lord, it is not because there is not a God in Israel that thou sendest to inquire of Beelzebub, the god of Ekron. So they were fighting their enemies at this point. But that's why he said, if I be a man of God, let the fire come down and consume these 50 men, because they wanted to come and get Elijah and try to kill him. But go ahead.
And consumed him and his 50. And he sent again a captain of the third 50 with his 50. And the third captain of 50 went up and came and fell on his knees before Elijah and besought him and said unto him, O man of God, I pray thee, let my life and the life of these 50 servants be precious in thy sight.
So he just seen 100 men get killed by the angels when Elijah said, if I be a man of the Most High, let the fire come down on him. So now he's begging. This other servant, he came with another 50, and he begging for his life. But let's see how our forefathers, and let's see the power that we have as the children of Israel to still call on these angels today. Now let's go to the PowerPoint. Let's show this video right quick. Because they think we crazy, but we ain't crazy. This is in Las Vegas.
Let's take another trip back into the realm of paranormal tonight. Last night we had ghost hunters, now UFOs.
That's right, and there is a Las Vegas guy making an extraordinary claim about extraterrestrial.
And I want to say rest in peace to Prophet Yahweh, because his brother died a while back. But he called on the angels of the Most High.
So we sent Action News reporter Mike Delastrito to check it out. Mike?
All right, guys, just listen up here. This guy says the Old Testament, written in Hebrew, taught him how to summon UFOs. All right, he says he can also do this on command, and he adds he's been doing it for 25 years, keeping all of it secret until now.
But you see the little smirk on his face. They talking like he don't know what he gonna do, right? But the Most High prove it to us.
These beings are here. They are here. They're just sitting right up there.
We met up with Prophet Yahweh, seer of Yahweh, at Doolittle Park off Lake Mead. We picked the day, we picked the time, and we picked the location.
Everyone's going to think you're absolutely nuts.
Well, I thought I was absolutely nuts.
Until he says he saw UFOs. Over the years, 1,500 of them.
Can we make it 1,501 today? What do you think?
I'll try it.
He says the voice in his head told him to go public now, so we took him up on his offer, and we scanned the skies. Nothing but a few clouds. When the prophet started...
Y'all see that wordplay? The voice in his head. That's the Most High talking to him. Told him to go public with it, right? They always trying to mock us, but go ahead.
Praying for a sighting. I wasn't exactly convinced.
I pray, oh Yahweh, that you send a sighting so that they know that I am not mentally ill. I am not a false prophet like those who seek to kill me say I am.
I see something straight up.
Oh, brother, look at it. There it is.
You can barely see it, a white speck. Then another sighting.
There it is. I got it.
Photojournalist Jonathan Hawkins locks in on it. Let's take a closer look here. It's an orange sphere that appeared out of nowhere. I call the boss with an unexpected...
Then you say orange sphere, then they bright, right? Then the scripture said they're going to be like beryl, right? But we see.
The change in my story.
I can see it clear as day. In fact, it's bright.
I can't believe this.
It's moving pretty fast.
It's going to Nellis Air Force Base. It wants to be seen.
We called Nellis to see what these things might be. Guess what? They didn't call us back. But this thing started coming back toward us.
It's coming toward us now, I think.
What?
See, it's coming up toward us.
Whoa, man! Oh, hallelujah!
Then, a few seconds later, it disappeared.
It's going back up in space.
Prophet Yahweh isn't concerned. He says it'll be back.
Put it back on our side. But he said it'll be back. But y'all see all kind of sightings all throughout the world. They back, right? So was this Jake lying? Don't we got that same power? Our forefathers did it in the scriptures, and you have living flesh that did it as us. So what did that say about us? We got that same power, huh? We got to have faith in the Most High and really believe these scripts. Jake believed these scripts, and he was able to call on them chariots, and they came. Y'all seen Elijah call on them, and they came and towed people up. So why wouldn't they give us this information? Why wouldn't they show us the scripts? Because it's true, it's real. And the Most High is real. Like I always say, we are the living proof of the Bible. We went into captivity the same way he said we would. We living in the cursed condition the same way he said we would, right? We read these scripts and we see that everything in it is real. Can't nobody naysay against these scriptures. So with that, man, I want to show y'all one more video because it's a lot of stuff happening right now. Here we go right here. Everybody talking about it.
Have a viral video, which was released from Miami, which explains a lot. It shows that it might be UFOs.
So this is recent. Watch this, y'all.
have a viral video which was released from Miami, which explains a lot. It shows that it might be UFOs. No word on what these lights in the sky actually are yet, but a Senate Intelligence Committee is calling on the Pentagon to release the UFO reports that they're sitting on.
And everything she said is true. They calling on all this, man. Like, I'm gonna show you another video. Here's they was in a boat.
Look, nothing in the sky.
So nobody out there, no special effects, nothing that. They in the ocean, like deep out there. This is an Edomite filming this. What?
At all. And then all of a sudden, bam! What is that? Anybody tell me what that is? We're in the middle of the ocean. On a ferry. Nothing around. Look. Nothing around. No land, no nothing.
Y'all see that? They in the middle of the ocean. And Esau filming the chariots of the Most High. Right? So let's go here, let's go to John 8 and verse 32. So y'all got a clear understanding of the chariots, what they are and who they coming to protect, who got the power to still call on the Most High's angels. We do, because we the children of Israel. But let's get this.
The book of John, chapter 8 and verse 32, and ye shall know the truth.
So the Most High said we shall know the truth. And what's going to happen?
And the truth shall make you free.
It's going to make us free. We don't have nothing to fear, y'all. But all we got to do is continue in the law, statutes, and covenant. Let's get one more. Revelations 22. Revelations 22 and 14. All we got to do is continue in the law, statutes, and the covenant of the Most High.
22 and 14 in Revelations. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have the right to the tree of life and may enter in through the gates into the city.
So that's us, y'all. We're going to enter in. But since we went there, I just got to go one more place. Because Christ, let's go to Revelations 13 right quick. Got to go one more place. Oh, 19. Let's go to 19. Yeah, here we go. Let's go to Christ. Revelations 19, and I want verse let's start at verse 11.
Revelations 19 and 11. And I saw heaven opened, and behold, as a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True.
So this is talking about Christ. Yahweh Shai, go ahead.
And in righteousness he doth judge and make war.
So we know Christ is going to judge and make war. That's the war in Zechariah 14 that he's going to make. Right? Go ahead.
His eyes were as a flame of fire.
Ain't your eyes as a flame of fire when you get mad? They turn red, and you anger, you ready to go because your blood pumping through your body. Go ahead.
And on his head were many crowns. And he had a name written that no man knew but he himself.
Go ahead.
And it was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of God.
That's Christ, Yahweh Shai, the Word of the Most High. Go ahead.
And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses.
So his chariots, the army of Christ came with him. Right? Go ahead.
Clothed in fine linen, white and clean. And out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword, that with it he should smite the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron. So
Christ is going to come back with the chariots of the Most High and smite the nations, and he going to rule after that. And with that, I say shalom. Swing low, sweet chariots, swing low.